I want to tell you a true story about a high school bully named Killer. This was the late 60s. I was a scrawny little hippie kid, about 135 pounds, junior in high school. And there was this guy named Killer, a year older than me, a few inches taller, cowboy boots, scruffy blonde hair, and loud, mostly loud. Him and his friends would be sitting in the hall, and I'd be trying to scoot by him without being noticed, and he'd see me and he'd say, "Anderson, you effing hippie." He'd start throwing apple cores or something at me. And then he would always find me somewhere. I'd try to slip by him, and he would grab me by the collar, push me up against the locker, say, "Anderson, you give me a quarter." And I would cough up a quarter for him. This went on for months and months, it seemed like. One night, I was at a party, and it got kind of boring. About 10 o'clock, I decided to head on home. I opened the front door, and just like something out of a movie, there's Killer looking. He was just opening the door from the other side, and we're looking at each other face to face, eye to eye. He grabs me by the collar, drags me out on the porch, starts pushing me over the handrail, yelling and screaming about all the things he's going to do to me. He's pretty drunk. Him and his friends are all standing there yelling and screaming like a bunch of drunk cowboys at a rodeo. And as he's pushing me over, I'm leaning back over this handrail. The porch is about 4 feet off the ground, plus the handrail. We're pretty far off the ground. I start falling back as he's pushing me. And as I'm going back, we both start going over together. And my foot catches him in the crotch. We both go back up and over, but I have a hold of the handrail. So I do this little tricky bar flip, land on my feet, but Killer goes way up over my head, does a flip and lands flat on his back and knocks him out cold. This was a move that would have impressed Bruce Lee, something I could have never planned in a million years. But I had the chance of a lifetime just to jump on him and really let him have it. But to tell you the truth, I'm still afraid he's going to jump up and let me have it. Plus, all of his friends are standing there yelling and screaming. So I dust myself off and look at him like I'm kind of tough and decide I better head to my car before anything worse happens. And his friends were just going out of their mind. But you know what? I never heard another word out of him all the way through high school about the best thing that ever happened. Thanks.